Alright, so I'm gonna do an unboxing. My first unboxing here on YouTube. This is the Orange Crush 20. I've always wanted one of these ever since I saw the old Zeppelin advertising, Jimmy Page stuff, and the Deftones White Pony. Except they didn't have an orange; they had a green amplifier, which is, it's from the same family. But I always heard that these were, and I saw on those that Weezer video, the Say It Ain't So. I always thought these were. They look unique. They look unique, and well, yeah, I think that's what caught my eye. But now I see more of them, and I see that they're more available, and I've never seen them here in Colombia. So I think one of my a friend has a little mini Terror. It was the first one I didn't get to hear it, but he had it in his house, and we were talking and drinking, and it was standing there. It was just like propped up on a shelf, and I looked at it, and Mini Terror. I always wondered what these sounded like. Well, now I have one. Two inspectors, orange. I love the color. I love the binding, and this finish is not finished, but this reminds me of these old old furniture. This is like the way they put this together. Let's see what we got here. We got the bag, the box, and the cable. Looks like they haven't used, they took it out of the box and they just left it out there for display. They didn't really turn it on. This is the cord. It's like a regular balanced outlet connection. I got a register. Oh, all these stickers. And what is this? Some foam. Oh yeah, that's basically it. What's in the box? And it's like a little. Is there anything else in there? No, that's it. That's the unboxing. Comes with an owner's manual. Owner's manual. Guessing all these settings. He told me it was the 120 volt, because there's 230 volt, 100 volt. He told me this was the 120. I gotta check it right now. It's got a fuse, 39 volt fuse. Crush 20. I had a Marshall JCM 2000 3-channel head and 1960s slant cab with green Celestion greenbacks. This was back in LA. This was what, 2001, 2002. And when I had that amp, I couldn't believe how good the amp was made. It just felt sturdy, and it was I knew that I bought quality item. Same as this. This thing is heavy. The binding on this thing. This looks like an old chair. Like those old chairs. These are really, really nice. In the orange. This looks nice. So they didn't turn it on. They just displayed it. Hopefully it's the 120. Yeah, 110, 120. Yep. This works here. Wow. Switch, channel switch. It's got I guess it's got 2 channels. Dirty and clean. I like these knobs. Clean and dirty with a switch. It's got an auxiliary. I gotta read to see what that's for. Headphones. Wow. What is this? Power. 20 watts. Orange Crush. Not bad. I'm gonna check out the sound right now. Well, yeah. It looks good. It looks really nice. I love the color and the way it's made. It feels really well built. Designed in Britain. Well, I'm gonna check this out. Okay. Well, besides this, clean, dirty selects between dirty, clean, treble, gain, clean, adjust the volume, dirty channel. It's got a gain knob. Where's the gain? Yeah, it's got a gain for the dirty. It's clean, bass, treble. I really like these icons. It's a really interesting way of, almost like a schematic. And stickers. Oh, I'm gonna put these on my laptop. These are excellent. Wow, these are cool. Well, yeah, I haven't heard it, but instructions, security. This is in French. Okay, I think this is in French. Well, important safety instructions. This is in English. I gotta read this first before I start doing anything. Make sure that the outlet's not gonna... It's in German, Italian, and English, and other 3 languages I've never seen. Oh, and Russian. So anybody who's gonna buy one of these, I think this is French. Yeah, in French. I'm a huge fan of English amplifiers. Well, I can't really speak for all of them, but the Marshalls that I've seen, that I've used, are incredibly made. This seems to have the same aura around it. The same people use the same amps. Like the hard rock 1970s classic rock people. They usually use Marshalls and orange, and but this is my this was one of my on my wish list. I took this. This was a sticker before I kind of cheated the unboxing because I opened it a little, and then I saw there was a sticker here where they put a little price tag on it, and I took it out, and then I closed the box because I wanted to do the unboxing. Anyways, I'm really happy that I have this. I'm really stoked. I'm gonna play a lot more guitar, and I'm really happy that I bought this. I want to see what else okay. Additionally, a couple of days ago, I purchased a few other things. I bought this strap, Ernie Ball. Ernie Ball strap. Really basic for my Jaguar, for the guitar you've seen on my videos. For the Jaguar, I got these. They didn't have the original strap locks. I usually get those. They didn't have them, but I'm gonna use these from, I guess, now that they have these strap locks are the things I would always purchase, but I love Ernie Ball products. I think these are really, I like their art and the way they package their products. So I got this one this is for my Jaguar this is all gonna be used at the same time. And I got some 10s because I think the 11s may be too heavy for the Jaguar. The neck hasn't been really I haven't had it looked at by a luthier, and I don't think it can hold 11s. I'm just guessing it can't hold 11s as well as maybe a Telecaster. So I'm gonna start using 10s on the Jaguar. And I bought this tuner. This is the brand. It's really good actually. It's for violin and ukulele as well. Guitar, ukulele, violin, and something else. I don't know what else. It's another stringed instrument, but it's got a really nice display. Oh, I forgot this isn't this doesn't have a microphone. This is through vibration. These clip-on tuners, these were recommended through Google. I was looking for things that musicians, like standard equipment that musicians have, and this is one of them. Clip-on tuners are the thing now. And when it gets to the green, when it gets to the actual note, it turns green, and it looks it looks really pretty, really nice. This is a really good tuner. TM25 Musedo. It's got, that's the guitar setting. There's a violin, there's a ukulele, and there's something else. There's I don't know what starts with a C. It's another instrument. You could change the A440 to, another setting. Flat keys, E flat, double flats. It's a nice tuner. The only thing that it doesn't have is the metronome. But it's there is a different option which isn't clip-on. They sell them with a metronome. But I was looking through Google. Sorry, that's probably not very commercial. Dropping the tuner. No, it still works. It's sturdy. But yeah, no, be careful with these tuners because they seem to be it uses a watch battery. It's the same battery, cell battery that they use on watches. Yeah, it's a really nice tuner. I really like it. I've been using it these last couple days, and it's really impressive. It's really good quality. Okay, as I said, oh yeah, and this little KG10. This little KG10, if you can see the KG10, it's a Taiwan, made in Taiwan. This little amp, it's a 10 watt. It's a 10 watt amplifier, but it sounds really good. The clean channel is really impressively loud, very loud. And you put one of these, you connect one of these to it, and it really tightens up the amp. Something that what's this guy's name? The guy from Converge. I forgot his name. Oh yeah, Kurt Ballou. He says he uses purposefully uses the pedals to tighten up the amp. So if the amp isn't the best quality or high quality, something that you're used to, you put a pedal right in front of it, and the circuit seems to hold it tightens up the it tightens up the voltage and everything. It just seems to compress the sound, and it holds it together. If you don't put anything on top of it, I mean, this one has impressively, it has a really clean channel. It has a really clean channel. It also has a dirty channel, but and it's useful. It's really good actually. It has a little sweet spot above 4 or 5 right here. It starts to crunch up, and it's really good for very useful for the studio. I'm gonna mic that thing up and do a lot of do a lot of recording, the same as this. But if you don't have a pedal and you just connect it, maybe for like like a I don't know, like a 7-year-old or 9-year-old kid who he doesn't know if he's gonna play guitar for the rest of his life, these things are incredible. Like if you just give him one of these things, it's very noisy, and it's if you're delicate with it, if you're delicate and you find a way to, if you're a professional, you find a way to really hold the amp, and you have one of these. This thing is loud. This thing was loud. I turned it up. I tried to play. I thought this was broken. I was putting a stereo Neutrik because I recently made this cable. I made this Neutrik cable. It's a stereo. This is for my monitors, but I didn't have anything, so I just grabbed the first thing I saw, and I was connecting the stereo cable to the pedal, and it wasn't working. I opened up the pedal. I resoldered some joints. It didn't look broken, and I don't know what. And then all of a sudden I connected this thing, and it was working. Same thing happened with these pedals. Where is it? I can't find the pedals. Anyways, this one did work because it has a stereo. It has a stereo input. This has a stereo input. Well, it was responsive to the stereo plug, so I was playing through this, and this tightens up the amp a lot. Actually, it doesn't let it flutter, or that's not the actual word, but it doesn't let it wobble. And it keeps it like in this really tight, with really tight sound. Yeah. So these are my latest toys. I bought this stuff recently. I'm trying to think of something else. I'm gonna show all these pedals. This is the classic distortion. I'm guessing that it has some relevance to the orange amplifiers. This is my favorite go-to distortion pedal. I love this pedal because it's I bought two overdrives when I was first starting to play guitar, and I wanted to get that crunch, that maybe early 60s, late 60s, like Zeppelin-ish, Jimmy Page distortion, and I couldn't find it until I plugged this thing in, and then this thing was like, it's like having like a Marshall connected to any amplifier. This thing is really loud, and it's really this is my favorite distortion pedal, the DS1. This is one of the delay pedals I have that I own. It's very there's a lot of options on it. There's a lot of things that you can do with it. But I usually just use the basic slapback delay or reverb. It's a great pedal. I've had it for a long time, as long as you've seen it. It's never failed on me. Always live. It has the. Look at all these. I've used it a lot in the on stage, and this is not the original, but I think it's the first reissue Tube Screamer after one of the reissues back in the 90s. It's a turbo Tube Screamer. I got it because of Stevie Ray Vaughan. I wanted to emulate I really like Stevie's tone, and it's really Hendrixy, and that same it's not sonic distortion, it's like a vintage overdrivey, bitey, very 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 nice distortion. This is I've taken this one on stage a few times as well, practices, and it's never failed on me. It's great. My favorite setting is the original, the TS9. These are a little bit too gritty for me, for my taste, but they're really good for recording. But every time I'm like trying to just do musical stuff with within the studio, like through an amplifier, I use the TS9 setting and keep the tone like around here. And well, this pedal is really loud. You connect this thing through a PA, you blow out speakers. I have this one. I don't know where I left it right now. I was testing out this little amp. This thing sounds amazing. These Dan Electro Fab. I'm really impressed with. This is almost Deftone-ish for any Deftones fans. If you're looking for that Stephen Carpenter, you gotta work at dialing in the tone, but you can get a really nice Deftones that gritty, trebly, like you can't stand distortion. This is it. But you gotta dial it in, and it has to be pulled back a little so that it doesn't sound, it doesn't sound obnoxious. But this is it. This is the you can get Deftones stuff through here. Anyways, I don't know where it is. So it's somewhere around here. I was using it. Anyways, well, that's it. I'm really stoked about this orange amplifier and these new accessories. I'm gonna fire this up. I'm gonna have some lunch and really study this amplifier. I really like this netting. This thing reminds me of old furniture chair. I know I've mentioned that already like 3 or 4 times, but it's really nice. It's really sturdy. And they haven't turned it on, they just left it up for display. I like it. And here's another tag. Well, I think that's it anyways. Oh yeah, the book. The drum book. No, I'll talk about that later. In a different video, because it might have a different there's the drums. I got the drums set up. Hi-hat, crash, kick, snare. It's got a nice kick. I put a nice blanket over it. I've been practicing this. It's got a nice sound. Really kick, really bassy. I tuned it a bit, really tight tuning. I'm using one of these drum dials. Have you seen these? These are very nice precision drum tuners. Well, that's it. I wanted to show the pedal, but I can't find it. Somewhere around in this mess. Oh, there it is. I found it. I got a lot of stuff I'm working on right now. Here there's my wah. This is the Fab Dan Electro. Great pedal. It's a really nice pedal. I'm impressed with this. And the wah. My original wah. This is an original Crybaby. This is really old. I've had it since 98, 99. And it's still good. It still works. It's one of the heavy ones. It's an original Crybaby. Alright, well, I'm going to test all this stuff out. I'm going to record a lot of new guitar music with this one and with this one. Thank you, Orange, and thank you, KG10. I really like these. I'm trying to think of what else I'm gonna share. Oh yeah, and a bass DI and a direct box. This is a Behringer Direct Box. It balances out signal. So if you're, for example, the guitar signal is mono and not balanced, you usually want to record with one of these. Usually bass guitar is most in use of this, in need of this. I don't know. I haven't used it yet, but I know that these are important. The DI box. They're also for sending stereo signals into audio interfaces. So if you have if you've got like a really good track, but for some reason it won't hold well through the interface, you connect one of these mono into the interface, and it will I think it will fix that problem. Or maybe in a live setting, yeah, it'll help you clean up. Maybe you're getting a lot of, for some reason there's a lot of distortion, or your signals aren't very clear. This will clear it right up. It balances out the signal basically, but this has a lot more stuff going on. It has a ground lift. I have to really read up on this. But yeah, this is I bought it a while ago, and I stashed it, and I haven't seen it, and I found it the other 2 days ago. So I'm going to be using this for recording. I'm doing a lot of I've been doing a lot of sketching with this Alesis with the drum machine. It's been a week or so since I've been here. But yeah, this is basically what I've been up to, is using this to track, and the drum set. I've been doing a lot of drumming, practicing. Yeah, well, okay, that's it. I'm gonna do more videos on this. And yeah, really happy that I bought this. Okay, if you like this content, please like and subscribe. I will be making more videos like this. This is my studio. This is what I do. I compose music. I do a lot of stuff with electronics, and I make music. Yeah, I play guitar, play bass. I'm learning how to play drums again, and I'm recording a lot of what I do. This is another interesting thing, not interesting speaker. It's like a little PA for vocalists. I use it for guitar. It's got a lot of stuff. It's a little PA, but it's really I recorded some guitar through this, and it sounds really huge, because it's not a guitar amp, it's a PA. So it makes the sound look, it makes the guitar seem bigger. Ouch. I'm already hitting equipment. It's made sturdy. Huge. So I'm gonna unpack this. So yeah, now I'm gonna do this first. Yeah, so this is a big little PA. It's like a little speaker. It's like I don't know, like 15 watts. I'm not really sure how many watts, but it makes it really gives me that Deftone-ish sound, Deftones quality. You know, I'm guessing obviously through this. English Black Sabbath, Led Zeppelin. I haven't had one up close. Not even the heads. That little mini Terror that my friend had. But this thing, I know, is really really loud and powerful. And it sounds, I've heard a lot of great stuff about orange amplifiers. And I'm gonna clean it. I really want the. Let's try to keep the video 1 hour. And what the heck? Let's rock and roll. Let's unplug this. Let's check it out. So basically, yeah, you connect it to this. All right. On and off switch. So it's got a 120 volt limit. So it can only receive 120 volts, right? That's the maximum, 120 volt. So depending on where you're at, you have to check with obviously you have to know what voltage your house is giving. So if this is here in Colombia, we have it's like 110, 112. 112 volts. Sometimes it's one more, sometimes it's one less, but it's usually 112. I'm thinking, so you have to make sure that so this is only, it says right there 120, right? It's got a 39 volt fuse, which is protection, which is good. Off. Okay. I'm gonna take. Oh, I left it plugged. Okay. I'm gonna connect it directly to the wall for now, just for testing it. Not the safest thing, because we might need, but the amp's got a 39 volt protection fuse, which is okay. So we should be okay for like a few minutes. We just want to turn it on, see what it looks like. So the fuse 39, so I'm getting 112. There's the light. Input. No, let's not do that yet. So bad practices, studio practices. This is where we change them, by sharing our procedures. And when you're younger, you tend to want to do this stuff really fast, and you want to run through this stuff, and you want to get things over. Oh, I want to plug it in. It fits. You have to slow down, and you have to remember that all of this is electricity, and it can be very harmful for you and whatever it is that you're connecting. So if you're over, for example, that pedal that I was talking about, I thought the pedal was damaged because I was putting a wrong plug on it. And I opened it and I looked at every single component, and nothing was wrong with it. I didn't know what was happening. And I thought it was bad solder for some reason, and I resoldered like I don't know, like 5 or 6 joints, and then put it back together and realized that maybe it's the IC. Maybe it was the IC that I couldn't see if the IC was busted. But then I switched the cable, and all of a sudden it worked. So I was wrong, because I was in a hurry to get this to sound tighter. And what happened was that it wasn't working. So then I started using this, and then I really liked the sound because it sounded really nice. So out of anxiety and wanting the thing to work and wanting it to, I did it. I was doing it incorrectly. So you got to be patient, especially if you're gonna be an engineer or gonna start connecting stuff, being a musician. All right. So we connected to the computer, not the computer, to the, what is this? To the guitar, and then from the guitar to the amp. I'm trying to do this with the phone in my hand. The input. Oh, I hear rhythm. I hear sound. Okay, so this is the dirty channel. Oh. So this is the dirty channel. We're in the clean. Let's keep it all mid. Keep all the 12 o'clock. Lower the gain, lower the channel. It's in clean. I can't turn the camera. How am I gonna do this? My Dunlop. I'm gonna try to keep the phone. Yeah, this is difficult. I can't really play with the phone in my lap, but right off I could see that the difference between the Fender, obviously this is 100 watt, this is 20 watt. The clean is a lot more sturdy. It doesn't want to break up. It stays clean. bass is also very the bass is also very tight. I like it. I like it. It's very tight. Let's pull it back. Right when it's good, you pull it back a little, and you can hit it harder on the guitar, so that it doesn't sound as that E. It's really focused. It's a really focused sound. Obviously, the Fender does the same thing, but if I try to, it's 100 watts, so it has a lot more push. This, I'm guessing that if it's the same amount of wattage, it's gonna have the same amount of focus. So it's 100 watts, but it's really sturdy. It doesn't want to go off the rails. Fender, the reason I went from Marshall and Fender was because they're both my favorite amps, and I really love both of them. But the Fender's clean is unique, right? It's not the same as Marshall. Marshall clean is super clean. It's incredibly clean. But if you go to a Fender, plus the reverb that it comes with, it's just it has a unique thing about it. It's not as focused as this. This is the first time I play through an Orange. This is a lot more focused bass, and I can see that it feels a lot more focused, right? It's clean, right? Like like a Fender. Sorry, this is way out of tune. I've got the tuner. Yeah, let's use the tuner. So it's a lot more focused sound. I can feel the difference between the Fender and the Orange. The same goes with this little 10-watt amp. If you really love this this thing with amps, the amplifiers, I've learned the hard way that it's not that one is better than the other one. It's just that it's unique, right? They use the same resistors, the same. Actually, that's not true. They use different components, but the essence should be the same, right? I'm not gonna overdo it with this one because it's not as good, and if I break it, I'm just gonna get another one. No, you should work within the limits of the amplifier. If the amplifier is only 10 watts, it's just gonna give you 10 watts. Surprisingly, through one of these, this thing is really, really loud. It doesn't sound like 10 watts. It sounds more like 20. Really impressed with the volume of this thing. But these things help. These extra circuits help with tightening up the amp. So if you're an unexperienced player, I'm guessing like 10, 11 years old, you wouldn't go wrong with one of these before you get one of these, because then you will know the difference. These are good too. And if I have to go somewhere really fast for a gig or something, and it's really far away, and I really don't want to haul this thing, which is really small, or I don't want to haul this thing, which is really big, or I don't want to haul a 100-watt head, then I just get one of these, and voila, you can make do if you just connect one of these pedals right in front of it. But I really like in the studio or for whatever. It's its own. I feel the tightness of the top and the low end. It's almost like it's compressed, but it's not compressed. It feels really tight. If you can see the green that I was talking about, it's really nice. It looks really nice. Yeah, it's a little bit out of tune. It's a really nice tuner. And it starts to really, when it's right on the edge, it blinks red and orange, red and green, red and red. It's nice. Anyways, yeah, I feel I feel a focused sound. It's a lot drier than a Fender. It feels dry, like not like it needs something, like it's part of the sound. It's really it's dry and focused, and when I try to break it up, like it won't break up. Let's lower the bass a little bit, pull back the bass, and turn up the treble. Yeah. It's really bassy, but it's focused. It's not. Very dry. Let's try one of these chords. Villalobos. I don't think I can. It's really clean. It's really clean. Yeah. It would help if I tuned the guitar. My G string always seems to go out of tune when I bend it. I gotta look at the bridge. This middle, I want to turn it up all the way. The mids are sensitive too. Yeah, it's got a lot of mid. Well, it sounds good, clean. I'm guessing the distortion is out of this world, but I'm gonna it's a lot, yeah, it's really focused. If I turn it up, I'm guessing it starts to break up. Whoa. Oh shit, sorry. Damn. It's loud. Shit, it's loud. Whoa. Yeah, no, he's saying it's too loud. Wow, yeah. There's the orange. I found part of the orange. So this is a commercial for Orange. There's the orange. Damn, that thing comes at you. Should I try let's try the dirty at a lower volume. Now let's turn up the dirty to the center. And let's just a little let's give it the same. And now I turned down the guitar so it's not so loud. Damn, this thing's loud. It's like two channels in one. It's like two channels in one. Damn, this thing's loud. Damn, this thing's loud. It doesn't sound that much. Can't really play and have the phone on me. This is incredibly uncomfortable. Sorry. really crunchy, very pedal-like effect, but it's inside the circuit, or well, it's inside the amplifier, which is not the same thing. So it doesn't tighten up the amp. It seems to open it up and contain this. A really impressive gain channel distortion. It's way different than if you put an amp, a pedal in front of it. So it's not contained, it's focused, but it does start to break up. Kills off all the excitement and it's just clean. I'm happy. I'm happy with the purchase. I'm being kind of picky as to what I see in the differences. I love my Fender Frontman. Um, I've also tried the Fender DeVilles. I don't know if you've seen those. They have really, it's incredibly super clean, but it's a lot different than this. This is very similar. The clean channel. It has. Obviously it's clean, but it's the bass doesn't want to the bass doesn't want to warble, even if you turn it up. No, once you turn it up, it really jumps at you, almost like a Marshall half stack. It's that English amplifier. You have an English amplifier because you turn up the clean, you turn up the channel, and it doesn't go to the sides, it comes at you. Almost like with an intense force, and you can feel the difference when you're playing. It's got good dynamics. Really British amplification. That's the thing I loved about my Marshall half stack, was that I hope you can see me. If not, well, I got to redo the video. Yeah, the sound comes at you, and it stays. It stays in your. It stays within a certain area of where you're supposed to hear it. It doesn't go off into the sides and sound horrible. I'm guessing the heads sound just as good and are even more powerful. I really like this amplifier. I think it's great. I've always wanted one. I've always wanted orange because I had a Marshall half stack, and I thought that was the greatest thing I ever owned. One of the greatest things I've ever owned. A lot like my German Shepherd. I think that when I was a kid, I really wanted one of those dogs. I always wanted a German Shepherd. And once you have one, okay, what's the fuss is about? And well, I'm gonna have a lot of adventures with this thing in the studio, so I'm covered with anything hard rock or thrash or blues, even the clean stuff. I'm really impressed with the clean. It stays focused. It stays in one area. Once you turn it up, it comes at you with aggression. It doesn't just warble out. Something like this might not have the same amount of same capability because it's not designed to do that. This little KG10 or the Fender, but it has its own purpose. So you pull back the volume, the bass, and you sort of dance with the amp, and then you find these really incredible sweet spots. Each one has its own character. I think I already posted a video of the KG10. It really has this. It's quite large for its size. It's really big. I turned it up with the distortion pedal, and it fills up this room in sound quite easily. This thing is insane. This is a monster. I just turned up the clean to 3 o'clock, and it wants to come at me. control. I love the it's obviously this thing, but it's different because if it's on in front of the amp, it's obviously a lot tighter, but you do get those tones. You do get similar tones. It's similar, but once you're in front of it, it sounds way different because I can not only hear it, but it's almost like you can feel it right in front of the amp. It's specific to this amp. That's why it makes it unique, and obviously an orange. If you're looking for those tones, if you want to if you can't afford one of these things right now, and you have a decent amp like this KG10, get one of these. These things will give you an idea of what this thing can do. I'm guessing if this is one of the small ones, I'm guessing the bigger ones will, obviously blow my mind. But this thing is. It doesn't stray away. It stays in the. It stays focused. It's got this interesting, like it wants to escape. It wants to escape somewhere, but it's contained. It contains its sound, and distortion is unique to the amp. It's nice. I like it. I just got it out of the box. Okay, well, I'm gonna have lunch. But yeah, I'm happy with it. I will be making more videos with this thing and with this one. So yeah, if your kids or maybe you're somebody who's wondering about this stuff, each of these are unique, and it's not that one is terrible and then this was better, and then let's get rid of this and then let's keep this and then let's go over there. I think all of these things, especially if you're an engineer or somebody who's sort of like a lover of music and these kinds of tools, electronics and stuff, well, you find the sweet spot, and then you obviously find ways around the amp, things that will help. For example, just by tilting the amp a little bit, it improves its sound in 110%. If you continue to play it like this, well, it doesn't look like much, it doesn't sound like much, but you just tilt it a little, and it's like, whoa, oh my God, and it's just like way louder because now it's aiming at the roof, and then it sounds different. And anyways, you find things that you like about the amp. I love this because it has reverb, but it's also Fender clean, which is one of my favorite. I love Fender guitars, so I saw how compact these were, and I really recommend these to anybody who's maybe my first ever amp was a Fender Bronco. I don't know if you've heard of these. Fender Bronco, which was a little bit smaller than this. Fender Bronco, and it's a beautiful amp. It's got incredible cleans and a great distortion channel. But this is next level. This is another thing. This This is me out there trying to, you know, really emulate my heroes, and you know, something that could probably be. I was in search of, when I bought my Fender, my JCM. I loved the distortion in the amplifier because it was Zeppelin right away, but I couldn't seem to get the specific sound, and it was this thing. It was a distortion, and it was orange. It sounds very similar to this thing. So yeah, if you're new to this stuff and all that, well, yeah, you know, you find a way to play with the amp. Don't overdo it. Don't force the amp to do things that it can't do, that it won't do. Pull back the channels. Put a pedal on top of it. Play with it. You find things that things I had to learn the hard way. Anyways, well, yeah, well, if you like this content, please like and subscribe. I will be sharing more of this. I'm sorry about the camera. I just got home. I'm just like trying to focus and do this right away before I can't concentrate and really do this well. And it's getting late over here, and I can't really turn this thing up. But the build is of, you know, of quality. Obviously, this net right here is my favorite thing right now. Is this net, because it looks like an old chair that they used in hammocks and in old furniture. I love the clean amp. Right now I'm impressed with turning the amp, the clean, to 3 o'clock. This thing is, you know, it comes in and attacks you surprisingly. This is British right here. This British amplification. This is it right here. The clean to 3 o'clock, and you can tell what the difference is between maybe an Orange and a Fender. Yeah. Unique, yeah, unique. And the dirty channel is, yeah, it's like connecting an amp, a pedal to it, but it's not a pedal, because you can feel that the inside is, you know, the inside is warbling differently, right? The speaker is probably responsive in a different way. It doesn't tighten up the amp because it's already tightened up. You know, the circuits are designed so that it's always tight, so that you can probably emulate it, you know, through one of these, you know, doing this, and you could, you know, do a lot of great recordings that way. But it's different because you can feel right in front of the amp, you can feel that the speaker is working with, right? It's different. It's almost like syncopated. It's like it's syncopated design, right? This is different, right? It works, and it sounds awesome. So don't put it off. I like this amplifier too. Anyways, if you like this content, like and subscribe. I will be sharing more of this content. This Orange amplifier is, as they say, off the hook. I liked it. I like it. It's nice. Thank you for creating good products. I will continue to be sharing this and promoting these amplifiers because I really like these English amplifiers. This is only 20 watts, and it's, you know, really, really, really loud. Anyways, okay, well, that's it for this video. I will be sharing more content soon.